Flags surround us everywhere. They flutter atop royal palaces, stand in rows in front of government institutions, hang from windows of houses, and fly over ships. Flags are painted on faces to support a favorite football team. You can find flags in any city in the world and even on the moon. But why do the flags of different countries look the way they do? Why is the flag of the United Kingdom called the Union Jack? Why is the flag of France blue, white, and red? What do the crosses on flags mean? Which country's flag served as the model for Russia's flag? Watch this video to the end, and you'll learn everything about the flags of the world and even how to sculpt any flag with your own hands out of clay. Exciting stuff ahead. Subscribe to the BAMBA channel and let's go. In prehistoric times, rulers displayed tall poles adorned with symbols to those around them. Such symbols of power were later called vexilloids. The first woven flags were recorded in China around the 1100th year before our era. When ancient China learned to produce silk fabric, pieces of it began to be attached to vexilloids to make the symbols more visible. In the 19th century, flags began to be used as symbols of states. And by the end of the 20th century, every country in the world had its own flag. Flags with crosses. The Danish flag. The oldest state flag still in use today is Denmark's flag, adopted in 1219. The Danish flag is a red rectangle with an off-center white Scandinavian cross. The cross symbolizes Christianity, and the red color represents strength, courage, and bravery of the Danish people. These qualities helped the Danes win battles for freedom and independence. Over the years, neighboring Scandinavian countries, Iceland, Norway, Finland, and Sweden, also adopted the slightly off-centered cross. The Swedish flag. The colors of the flag correspond to the Swedish coat of arms. The blue represents loyalty, justice, perseverance, vigilance, and truth, while the yellow symbolizes generosity. Many countries place crosses on their national flags because the cross symbolizes Christian faith. The Greek flag. The national flag of Greece, also known as the blue and white, features 9 stripes representing the 9 syllables of Greece's national motto, Eleftheria ή Thanatos, which translates to freedom or death. This was the battle cry of the Greeks during their fight against the oppression of the Ottoman Empire. The cross is a symbol of Orthodox Christianity. In Greece, there is no law mandating a specific shade of blue for the national flag, so it can range from light sky blue to dark blue. The Swiss flag. The Swiss flag is unique in that it is square-shaped. Moreover, the coat of arms and the flag of Switzerland are identical, unlike in other countries. It is always a square red flag with a white cross. There are only 2 square state flags in the world, and one of them is Switzerland's. Write in the comments which country has the second square flag. The Union Jack, flag of the United Kingdom. The UK flag, known as the Union Jack, is a combination of the emblems of 3 countries, England, Scotland, and Ireland. Why is the UK flag called the Union Jack? Union means the union of England and Scotland, and Jack is thought to come from the flag hoisted on the bow of a naval vessel. Another theory is that it's a nickname for King James I. Flags with the Union Jack. At the height of its power, the British Empire controlled 24% of the Earth's landmass, so the country's flag can be seen on the flags of its former colonies: Australia, New Zealand, Fiji, and Tuvalu. The Georgian flag. In 2004, along with the Rose Revolution, the country's flag also changed. The modern flag of Georgia is a white rectangle with a red St. George's cross in the center, symbolizing Jesus Christ, the Savior. In each corner of the flag, there are 4 smaller equilateral Bolnisi crosses, symbolizing the 4 evangelists. The Bolnisi cross is a national symbol of Georgia. This type of cross first appeared on the eastern facade of the Bolnisi Sioni Church, built in the late 5th century in Kavemo-Kartli, a historic province of Georgia. Tricolor flags. Wow! Over 40% of all national flags are tricolors. Flags with 3 colored stripes are called tricolors. Many vertical tricolors are modeled after the French tricolor, which represents the Republic and the rejection of aristocratic rule. Flags of countries such as Ireland, Belgium, Romania, Andorra, Chad, Barbados, Ivory Coast, Nigeria, Peru, St. Vincent, and the Grenadines follow this model. The Italian flag. The Italian flag is a rectangular cloth consisting of 3 vertical equal stripes, green on the hoist side, white in the center, and red on the free side. According to common interpretation, green represents hope, white stands for faith, and red symbolizes love. The French flag. The French tricolor has greatly influenced world flags. Since the mid-19th century, many countries that gained independence adopted it as a symbol of republican government. The colors of the French flag are associated with the national motto: blue for liberty, white for equality, and red for fraternity. One of the oldest horizontal national tricolors is the Dutch flag, which appeared in the 17th century. According to one version, the Dutch flag served as the model for the Russian flag. This flag was seen by Russian Tsar Peter the Great when he came to Europe to study shipbuilding in 1697. The Russian flag. In 1697, the Russian state flag became the white-blue-red tricolor. In 1917, the Bolsheviks came to power, marking the start of Soviet Russia. The new government adopted the red flag as a symbol of the People's Uprising. The hammer and sickle symbolized the union of workers and peasants, while the star represented the triumph of communist ideals on the 5 continents of the globe. In 1991, the Soviet Union collapsed, and the national flag once again became the same as it had been in Tsarist Russia. The Belarusian flag has changed very little since the country left the Soviet Union, the flag of Thailand. In 1883, the flag of Thailand was a simple red cloth with a white elephant in the center, symbolizing luck. In the early 20th century, Thailand established close political ties with the West, and the king changed the flag to a more modern design. The colors symbolize friendly relations with new allies: the United States, the United Kingdom, and France. The flag of Paraguay. Paraguay is the only country in the world whose flag has different images on the front and back sides. On the front side, we see the national coat of arms, and on the back, there is the treasury seal, featuring a lion guarding a staff with a red Phrygian cap. The flag of Luxembourg is very similar to the flag of the Netherlands, but the blue color is lighter than on the Dutch flag. The Bulgarian flag is based on the Russian tricolor, but instead of blue, it uses green as a symbol of freedom. The flag of Germany. The modern German flag first appeared in 1919. It is believed that its colors came from the uniforms of volunteer students who fought against Napoleon's army. When Adolf Hitler came to power, Germany's flag became the Nazi Party's flag with a swastika in 1933. The Nazis used this ancient Indian symbol to emphasize the superiority of the Aryan race over other nations. Today, the swastika is seen worldwide as a symbol of evil. After the fall of the Berlin Wall and the reunification of Germany, the black-red-yellow tricolor was once again used throughout the country. The flag of Armenia is a rectangular banner with 3 equal horizontal stripes: red, blue, and orange. The red color symbolizes the Armenian highlands, the constant struggle of the Armenian people for existence, Christian faith, freedom, and the independence of Armenia. The blue symbolizes the desire of the Armenian people to live under peaceful skies, and the orange symbolizes the creative talent and hard work of the Armenian people. The Hungarian flag in its current form has existed since 1957. Red symbolizes the blood of Hungarian patriots shed in the fight for Hungary's independence. White represents moral purity and the noble ideals of the Hungarian people. Green symbolizes hope for a better future for the country. The flag of Estonia is blue, symbolizing the sky, black, symbolizing the land, and white, symbolizing the pursuit of happiness and light. The national flag of Lithuania's key meanings are encoded in 3 colors. Yellow is associated with the sun, well-being, and light. Green represents the green fields and meadows, the beauty of nature, freedom, and hope. Red is associated with courage and the blood shed for the homeland. The central blue stripe with a white border on the flag of the Gambia symbolizes the river Gambia flowing through the country. The flags of Latvia and Austria are very similar. Both are red with a white stripe in the middle. However, Austria's flag has a brighter red and a wider white stripe. Without the green cedar tree in the center, the Lebanese flag would be hard to distinguish from Austria's. The cedar tree is a traditional symbol of Lebanon, also linked with Christianity. It symbolizes immortality. The Cambodian flag depicts the famous Angkor Wat Temple. The flag of Canada. The national flag of Canada, one of the country's symbols, is a rectangular red banner with a white square in the middle, featuring an 11-pointed red maple leaf. What is the meaning behind the number of points on the maple leaf? In fact, there is no significance. Testing showed that with this number of points, the image of the leaf is the least distorted in strong winds. The flag of Colombia. The national flag of Colombia was adopted in 1861 and is a horizontal tricolor of yellow, blue, and red. The top yellow stripe is twice as wide as the red and blue. Yellow symbolizes the gold wealth of America. Blue represents the seas that surround the country, and red symbolizes the blood of Colombians shed in the fight for independence. From 1819 to 1831, Colombia, along with Ecuador and Venezuela, was part of Gran Colombia. The shared history of these countries is reflected in the design of their current flags. One of the most complex flags in the world is considered to be Mongolia's. In the center of the red stripe next to the staff, there is a yellow national symbol, Soyambo. The blue of Mongolia's flag represents the country's clear skies, while red symbolizes fire, the flame of the steppe bonfires and the National Liberation Revolution of 1921. The Soyambo is Mongolia's national symbol. The two vertical rectangles represent strong friendship between people. The two fish, which never close their eyes, symbolize the vigilance of the Mongolian people. The two narrow horizontal rectangles symbolize the honesty and justice of rulers. The downward-pointing triangles represent arrowheads, symbolizing the defeat of enemies. The sun and moon signify the importance of nature in the country's culture, and the fire is a symbol of rebirth, growth, and the family hearth. Thank you for joining us in this art lesson. If you enjoyed the crafting with flags and the fascinating journey through the world of symbols, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to catch new lessons. Let's explore and create more flags together in future episodes. Bye-bye.